So I thought I'd take you through some of the design process for the watercolor booklet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 templates. One is going to be for postcards and one is going to be for the actual booklet. That's because I had the idea to put them out as postcards first, kind of like a semi-customizable postcard that you can send to your friends. And then also, once all of the designs are done, then it would become a whole booklet where you would have all the designs together. Here we have Canva. What I'm first going to do is I'm just going to search for postcard template. And I am not on the paid version, so there's a little icon here that says only for Canva Pro. You know, the design for the postcard is very simple because it's really just going to have the image and then a little bit of information about it, kind of like this one. It's quite interesting, and it's the free version of it. So let's use this one as our template. So first thing is delete the background. Let's put the text down here. Take away this and this. One second. Take away this. I kind of like these 2 types of text, but they might not really suit the designs, so we'll have to go in and see. And then you can see the pink border. That would also be the bleed line, so you want to make sure that everything is within that line. Great, so now I have this. I'm going to rename it as just so that I know where it is. Then I'm also going to upload. I'll just be using 2. One is going to be portrait and one is going to be landscape. So I'm going to start with the portrait one and just drop it in. Looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the title, Elements of Taiwan, and then I'm gonna make it as a lion guardian. Move this out of the way for a bit and move this here. Also be in the center. So I feel like no, take this one away. This one, usually change it to my pretty standard open sans. I often use open sans. Change it to a little bit smaller and put it on the side. There we go. So I want to make sure it's within that bleed line. And then this one, at the end of the day, I don't find it to be that interesting, but I do like the idea of the kind of cursive style text. And let's see what other styles we can use. Maybe this. So actually I'm gonna call it the Temple Guardian because that's what it is. However, I'm not gonna put it up there. That's way too yeah, it just doesn't fit up there. So maybe I'll move it. I'm gonna move it down here. Okay, but now the lion's too small, so you can make it a bit bigger, just as long as it stays within that bleed line. Yeah, put it all the way to the top there. And then, yeah, I think it looks quite nicely like this. I feel like this is too big, so I'm gonna make it smaller. This one needs to be all the way to the left. Let's search for a booklet style template. So once again, it's also going to be very simple, but the difference for the booklet is that I do want it to have a little bit of a design and some introduction to what you're going to be doing in the book. So I don't always use the designs exactly as they are. A lot of times I will delete things and move things around, but what it really does is like it gives me an idea of what it would kind of already look like and what I would like to change. What I've done is I've kind of designed just the main pages, which are the actual painting, and then the page next to it that would have the swatches and the instructions. I also have kind of designed the how to use this workbook page, which will just be one page. Then we have the cover and the back cover. I kept the original template there because I liked how the, hand-drawn elements were kind of framing the sides of the booklet. So I want to keep that there to remind me how I would lay them out. But right now I'm still working on painting the actual elements, and once I finish painting them, then I'm going to scan them in and I'll be able to actually add them to the booklet design. We're going to do a little bit of an experiment here. I've bought this Kuretake pen, which is pretty much an empty pen, and you stick this part into the ink. The reason I got this pen is because I've used several Kuretake nibs and I quite like this one. I will be using Winsor Newton Black India ink. So what I like about this nib is that it's pretty sturdy, so you can get a pretty even line. However, if you do push down a little bit, you can get a heavier weight. And then if you draw lightly, you can get a thinner weight. So there will be some variation when you are drawing, but it won't be super obvious.